All right. Let's see what we can do. You never know, we might be able to do something. You just never know. See if my voice is recovered enough to actually talk. You know, sans mucus. What's a little mucus between friends? Now then, what I was trying to get working, and I can't even remember where I got up to, was instead of faking all of this stream communication by using tables, I was trying to get it working using the broadcast system. And I actually can't remember where I got to. So let's have a look. We're in the robot side of things. Eloquent robot events. No. Incoming? Where did I get up to? Yeah, incoming. And I wonder if Git history would show me. Looks like it. Yeah. Unhard code. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're at that nice stage of things where everything's still being faked. Cool. And we're creating a new client. All right, cool. Yeah. So we're creating a client and we're creating a new channel builder, stream events, build client. Right. Okay. It doesn't look to me like that has any listeners on it. So that doesn't seem like it would work. Let's see if we can match stream events anywhere else. There's that one. Oh, I see. We're trying to pass it to process message. Trying to pass the channel manager in there so that I can send a broadcast message. Okay. Interesting. Can I do that? Chat message. All right. And then in here, we're listening to ads begin and chat message. All right. And I'm assuming that those things don't actually work right now. Otherwise, that would be way too easy, right? Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay. I have chat echo, but is that happening in a database or is that happening because of broadcast? And process message. Let's see here. Stream events broadcast. Okay. So, but I'm also writing it to the database, right? That's why I'm seeing the message. Well, let's find out. Let's restart it with a little bit of hard coding here. Broadcast chat message event. And then further down when we handle it somewhere. That's all the event subscriptions. We don't need that. I think it might be in real time. Yeah, here we go. On broadcast ads begin, on broadcast chat message. Yeah, okay. Broadcast received. I do not think that that worked. Is that name correct? Chat message, chat underscore message. Broadcast type, broadcast event chat message. Yeah, that's right. All right, so I'm assuming that's not working. Let's stop that and we'll just run this in an internal window so that we can see what's going on. See what's going on. Maybe I should redeem PubCam. I have no idea if that's working currently. Oh, let's have a look. PubCam. Redeem. Oh, it is working. She's in puppy jail. All right. So we got, oh, look at that. Broadcast chat message event. So we're sending it, but we're not receiving it. No broadcast receive? Question mark? Right. So we're sending the broadcast event. We are not receiving one. Interesting. So the way I understand it, this is essentially just it's just pub sub, right? Like it's socket stuff. Actually, pub sub rather than sockets. Okay. So we can broadcast. We're correctly doing that, but we are not receiving it. And this is not a async thing, right? So 38 stream events broadcast type, event, and default. So this is just a broadcast payload, and a broadcast payload is just event string payload hash map string value and broadcast type string. Is it because I'm not sending a payload, I wonder? What if I do like payload hash map from foo value, what's it called? Sir JSON value to value bar. Oh, right. Unwrap. Expected and string found value. Huh. What did you expect? Why did you expect an and string? Oh, I see. It's supposed to be like this. So you're supposed to provide it with a tuple. And now it expects, oh yeah, it's got to be a string, so that needs to be into. All right. So now we're providing a payload of sorts, or rather fake payload, but we'll get there. So let's go op run and give our password again. Need to find a way around this. Blah blah blah. Cool. Warnings, warnings, warnings. And chat message. Okay, so still definitely sending, but not receiving. And it's not to do with the fact that we're not sending a payload. All right, well, that was a good thing to test. Now, how else can what can I do? Is this thing that it's sending different? Is it because I'm sending two different clients, they're just not connected? Even though I've called the channel the same thing, but it's two different, so they're just not connected to each other. I wonder if that's the issue. Does Superbase actually record the messages that get sent? I wonder. SQL editor, database, real time. Join a channel to start listening to messages. Okay. Join a channel. Name of channel. Stream events. Oh, here we go. Interesting. What happens if found 4 messages, event sync, event join, key, blah, channel. This is all just me, I think. Broadcast a message payload, hello world, confirm. Successfully broadcast message. Well, that's good because you can test. So this is helpful. So why don't we run the bot again? Why don't we do that? Excuse me. And see if we can make it make some noise. Make some noise. Broadcast another message. Definitely no receive. So it's called stream events, right? So let's see in real time. How are we creating this? Real-time channel builder, new, stream events, on broadcast. Yeah. Topic, broadcast, presence, ID, Postgres changes, broadcast callbacks, presence callbacks. So topic is format, real-time, blah. Maybe I should have... Am I supposed to set the topic? Is the topic different to the channel name? I mean, is the bot still running? Right. So if I send a message from here, does it show up? And does anything show up? Wait, did that just work? Did I see something appear? Why can I not resize you? Yeah, does anything show up? Okay, interesting. So we're publishing to this channel, but we're not subscribed to it somehow. Hi, I would like to subscribe to your newsletter. Yeah, okay, cool. I like it. Oh, wait a minute. These are table inserts. Yeah, this is different. This is different. All right. So what we need to do, just to disambiguate, is take that event away, I think. So let's get rid of this. Who's messaging me? right, so we'll get rid of this. And in real time, look for broadcast. Oh, not this. Get rid of that. In this one, we're responding to on broadcast, ads begin, and chat message. Okay. And on Postgres change, we'll take away the one that responds to the messages table. So save that, and then we'll just stop. We won't be inserting into that table anymore, and all we want is to respond to broadcasts. First of all, we should probably check in real-time RS, which is the library, and see if there's any updates that we need to install. Broadcast sync. Actually, this might be async, but let's one thing at a time. Test topic, broadcast self true, act false, on broadcast test event, blah, build sync, unwrap. Okay, now what do we actually do? I think I'm using build async. Blah, 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 blah. So many Postgres changes. This is what we're trying to get rid of, really. Just build. Okay, so we're using the async version. Let's look and see if any of that has changed since I did it last. Broadcast async. Real-time client build a new endpoint access token. Heartbeat connect. Set broadcast config. On broadcast. Yeah. So I want to see where they send it. Do they use a different client or the same one? Payload insert. Channel broadcast. Yeah. So they're using the same one. Doesn't matter. As long as you specify the topic, doesn't matter. What is broadcast self? Let's find that, because I don't do that right now. Broadcast self act false. Set. I don't think we need presence config. Set broadcast config. Broadcast config. What do we say? Broadcast self. Did that say true? Yeah. Ack false. Import that. And what does this say? Okay. Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. We may as well do the same thing for the other client. The other channel. I'm not sure what you call it. Channel manager by the looks of things. Maybe you have to call set broadcast config before you call build. I wonder. Oh, well, I do. Maybe I'll just do it at the top, just for the hell of it. Just for shits and giggles. Maybe you need that for broadcasts. All right, let's try another round of that just to see what happens. Build, build, build. Incoming chat. All right. Yep. Okay, so that's the send, but no receive. All right, so did we get anything in here? Found 9 messages. These are all... wait, why is that... Why is that still inserting into the table? I thought we stopped that. Could have sworn we stopped it. Could have sworn. Huh. Okay. We don't respond to the... Oh, we don't respond to the insert event anymore. That's what we did. Okay, so we still need to install. We still need to stop writing a message. 26. Comment. That is a long ass function. Oh, so many queries that probably aren't necessary. Channel chat message. Don't do a damn thing. Don't do a thing. All right. Cool. Building, building, building. Okay, and we shouldn't get anything, I think, at this point. Nothing whatsoever. Yeah, so we know we're sending something, it's just not being received by anything. And if we look at Superbase, the last thing we got was that yup message. Can I delete messages, by the way? Doesn't look like it. And if we broadcast one, pay attention. Hello. Okay, so we get that, which has event hello, payload message. Why can't I click into this, by the way? It's kind of buggy. Oh, there we go. Okay. Type broadcast payload, and then the event is hello. Oh, okay. So actually what we should have done is the message name gets put into the event field. So we need chat message. And then we will not see this. Okay, so now we should have chat underscore message, payload, type broadcast. Yep. And so in here, oh, it worked. Hello. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's encouraging. So if you choose the right event name, it will work. So why are we not seeing the one that we're sending? Interesting. Okay. So let's look in incoming. And we've got set events, blah, 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 build, client, await, blah, blah. And then we're passing stream events to process message. And in process message, we match the payload and stream events broadcast. Yeah, so stream events is a reference to a channel manager, and broadcast payload, broadcast type is broadcast, event is ads begin, which, yeah, whatever. And this one is message, channel chat message, broadcast type broadcast, event chat underscore message. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Payload hash map from blah, blah, blah. And it definitely doesn't work. Oh, well, I'm not running it. Okay. Doesn't work. Something to do with the name, stream events. I definitely used stream events. Stream underscore events, I did. Channel stream underscore events. If you leave this channel, all of the message populated will disappear. That's fine. I didn't get the broadcast. Chat message. So definitely no receive. Yeah, interesting. Oh, well, again, not running. Hello. Use brain for braining things. Essential. Brain for braining things is essential. Essential. Okay. One more time. No receive. Okay, so we've got broadcast chat message event and nothing here. Okay. So something about the broadcast isn't working. It's nice the receive works. Huh. What is it? What is it? Let's look at the example again. Do I actually need to update for that matter? What commit are we up to here? Change endpoint for parity with ecosystem 4 months ago. Yeah, no. Broadcast async. Logger, blah, blah. Set heartbeat interval. Set broadcast config. On broadcast, build, await, unwrap. Channel subscribe blocking. Do I do that? Subscribe blocking. Do I do that? Subscribe blocking. I do it there. Oh, is this what I'm missing? I bet it is. I bet that's it. Stream event subscribe blocking. All right, let's try one more time. one more time. Okay, well, hello? Oh, okay. That was weird. All right, one more time. Hey. Interesting. Okay, cool. So I was just missing a line of code. Now let's just see if it shows up in the browser, which I hope it does. Chat message. Hello? Oh, we got a join message. That's good too. Yeah, chat message, foobar, broadcast. Magic. All right, problem solved. Nice. So you've got a subscribe blocking. Good to know. So I've now got 2 clients operating. I might move this back down into a separate window in a minute. And let's see if we can get things going the way we need them to. So we need a display name and the message content. So let's see what we got here. Because what we also need to do is have the overlay subscribe to the same thing, but one at a time. And the overlay will probably need to receive stuff like just all sorts of message content. We'll probably end up just converting the whole thing back into a JSON value. Or a third JSON value at least. So, I believe we can reserialize one of those things. I hope we can. Probably need to fix this bullshit too. But one thing at a time. Okay, so chat message, blah, blah, blah. Ebrek begin, blah, blah, blah. Yep. So we're already broadcasting. Right. Okay, so we do a little bit of processing here. What does the overlay actually need? I think it just uses the message and the display name at the moment. So let's replicate that. Channel chat message. Okay. Wait a sec. What do we actually do here? Okay. Let broadcast payload equals hash map from. There's probably a more efficient way of doing this, but let's get it working first. Display name. Wait a minute. Let's look at the payload. Look at the channel chat message. I want the payload. Channel chat message payload. There it is. What do you mean syntax error? I don't care about the error. I just want to look at the type. Damn it. All right, fine. Thank you. Now, all right, so it's got serialize and deserialize. So I ought to be able to serialize it, surely. And then I can just send the whole thing. So remind me, how do I do that? Broadcast payload, let payload equals JSON serialize. No, that's not how we do it. Surely it's not like p serialize, is it? Okay. You know what? I'm going to save myself some time and look up using the big green robot because I can't remember this shit. If a struct implements sed JSON or sed deserialize, I don't know whether it's sed or sed JSON serialize, how does one get the serialized output? I cannot remember. Oh, toString. I don't think I need that. What if I just want to convert it to a hash map string value? Oh, to value? Really? Don't tell me I have to do it value by value, because that'll suck. Okay. Value is sed JSON to value my struct. Map hash map string value equals match value object map into iter collect. Really? So can I just not unwrap? Wait a minute. This seems more complicated than I was expecting. Seems to me just a tiny bit more complicated than I was expecting. Channel, chat, message, v1 payload. How does one get it back into a value? I mean, I don't need to send the whole thing. It'd just be quite convenient. If I can do it for one thing, I can do it for all of them. Rust serialize into hash map string value. Deserialize JSON into custom hash map. I don't want to do that. Serialize. Wait, am I trying to serialize? I'm not, am I? You know what? Let's see what it makes of this whole thing. How would one convert the following to a hash map string value? Because we need to learn this. And once we learn it, we'll know it. Yeah. Assume the types module is defined somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Post a message, blah, blah, blah. Payload. Let payload equals blah. Convert it to a sed JSON value, and then convert the sed JSON value to a hash map string value. Okay. It's serious about this approach, so let's try it. Let us try it. Let value equals search JSON to value P. Map equals match value. Map into iter collect. Am I in the right place? Channel outbreak, channel cheer. Oh, whoops, I'm not in the right place. Yeah. We want chat message. And that's because we're in store and we don't want to be in store. We want to be in here. One of these days I'll be able to control myself. One of these days. All right, that needs to be P. This needs to be, yeah, that's fine. And then this can actually just be payload, I think. And then this is payload. Oh, sounds like my partner's home. I might just go quiet for a bit. Might just re-enable the old mic until my beloved comes downstairs. Right, now, this will cause some problems. We've got to get the overlay recognizing things. On message callback, on message. Arguments are incorrect. On message is messages read chat message, which will be wrong. The payload needs to be an in hash map string value, which is a JSON value. There we go. And that goes there. Cannot find hash map. Standard collections hash map, I do believe. So we don't need this anymore. No field data. And yeah, there won't be any of those fields, in fact. So let's look. Oh, here we go. Silencing again. All right. Now, so what we need to do is see what the ads version of that does. Oh. Events, ads, there we go. What did we do? Get rid of those, get rid of those. Oh, wait. Yeah, get rid of those. What do we got here? I see, so broadcast 0 get. Okay. So, read chat message. Record is going to be... actually, there's no harm in not calling it broadcast. It's a nice declarative name. And then broadcast 0 get record. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that should be all right. In theory. If it's got all the details. It's got all the bits and pieces it needs. Were there any other errors there? I think actually that was about it. Oh, wait. On Postgres change. No, we don't want that. Or do we? Messages? No, we don't. We do not want that. That needs to go away. Message callback is... oh, I see. Message callback. That does appear to be it. Okay, so we can rerun the overlay. Rerunning the overlay. Putting the overlay back on screen. And I should be able to... This might echo to the overlay. Nope, no it didn't. Let's get rid of puppy cam since there is no longer a puppy. Why? Why did that not do anything? Interesting. Is it because I'm definitely listening to the broadcast, right? On broadcast chat message, message callback. Hash map string value, blah, blah, blah. And messages read chat message. If let some, oh right, so maybe there isn't. Oh, and it's not record, that's why. It's payload, right? No, yeah, there's definitely no record field, but what is it called? It's just all of these things are payload get or broadcast 0 get. So it's essentially let payload equals broadcast 0. That's essentially what we're talking about. Payload get. Payload get. All right, so we could probably skip that step and just say broadcast 0 and broadcast 0. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's restart that. And see where we get to. All right, so this probably will echo to the overlay. Nope. Damn. All right, so, oh, missing display name. All right. Yeah. Okay, we need to actually output what's coming through because I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Let's see, we got sent badges, broadcast. Oh, it's called something else. Chatter user ID, chatter user login, broadcaster user ID, message, broadcaster username, chatter username. What's the problem, buddy? You can't go upstairs. Just chill. I'm guessing we're going to go, in this case, with chatter username. Chatter username. I quite like this because it's essentially the same as what gets sent across the wire, which is quite helpful. Missing, I guess, chatter username. I think what he really wants is to go and sit on his couch. And he's not allowed because it's covered in drapes. Wow. Probably ought to be. Okay, so broadcast 0 get message. Is that still true? What's the structure of that? Message is an object with fragments and text. So actually what we want is that and message text. Yeah, there we go. It's definitely not display names. So there's all sorts of dog noises behind me, which is absolutely fine. Text was unexpectedly empty. Yeah, so that should work. Try it one more time. So yeah, we've just got to adjust the approach so that we use the same field names. This definitely should echo to the overlay. There we go. All right, sweet. Okay, so that means we can convert pretty much every, yeah, this definitely should echo to the overlay. Nice. And it sends the whole thing, so we can just use everything if we need to. And if we want, we can have the robot like fetch emojis from the fragments and things. It's a really easy way to preview what's coming through as well. Like, let's add dancing. And that gives us, hello, why won't you switch? There we go. Type text, and then emote set ID, static animated ID, etc. And I can just fetch that using the API, I do believe. All right, nice. So, good. That means, how did the echo? Oh, it's gone already. Probably should leave chat on the screen for longer. Just going to ensure that Woodstone gets fired on. Okay. Now, having sufficiently annoyed him, now then, that means that we can convert a bunch of other things. So the candidates are oh no, that's so wrong. Right, what are the candidates? The candidates are all of these basically. So the only things that I think we need the ad break to respond. Hopefully it will. I think we already did that one. Actually, we should check, right? So in the read ads, we're getting broadcast duration seconds and adding our sprite and setting a timer. Now, is that duration seconds absolutely in the packet for ad breaks? I believe it is. Now, how do we prove that? How do we prove that duration seconds is in there? We should be able to... where's my thing? Channel ad break begin. There we go. Yeah, so we need channel ad break begin payload. And we look for duration seconds. And there it is. Perfect. All right. So that's fine. So that should actually work without too much modification, which is awesome. So why don't we go ahead and convert all of the other tables, and then we can do away with the tables so that we'll just be left with like a user table that tracks things like how long you've been subscribed and so on. Or when the last time you posted a message was, so that you can... Actually, we're going to need to modify that a bit because we want to be able to say hey to someone that's just come back to the channel after a long gap. So... oh yeah, ads. So did that work? It did not. It definitely did not. Okay, so the ad break begins, sent duration seconds number 90, and nothing happened on the overlay. That's kind of annoying. I wonder why. I wonder why. Because we did convert. So we're sending duration seconds, else missing duration seconds, and it would have given me a notice if it was missing, and it didn't. It didn't have an integer conversion issue. Why do I have a command spawn nothing? What's going on there? What? That's a bit weird. Let transform, blah, blah, command spawn, sprite sheet bundle, insert add sign. And then a timer. We can get rid of that, surely. And then there's a close add notice that tracks the timer. Now I have to watch that next time. I might just restart this overlay. And yeah, we'll try it again soon, I guess. Next time, next ad break is the one you can only check. Oh, actually, wait, we can test it by setting the event, right? So let's copy this one, which I've got off screen. And yeah, this is great. This is a really good way to ads begin. Maybe I just called it the wrong thing. What did I say? Ah, there it is. That's why. Ads begin. That'll work next time. All right, so we'll restart that. And I should be able to test it. We'll just do it with a ads begin, not being, and then we'll go duration seconds 90. Yeah, that should be all right. Actually, let's make it 30. What is going on back there? There are dogs scrapping dogs. And you, sir, are a spammer. And get banned. Okay. So did that actually work? Oh yeah, it did. Nice. So we've got an ad sign that should fade away. Oh, this is so much better than inserting into tables. And it did. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nice. Okay, so let's convert everything else. Except that we just need to make another noise at Woodstone. This is excellent. I can caress him from afar. Okay. Now then. There is a dog growling behind me. I assure you everything's okay. It sounds worse than it is. Okay. Excuse you. There's a serious fight over who owns the toy. It sounds like the world is coming to an end. Okay, so we need to convert all of these into their equivalents in broadcast. So let's start from the top. We'll break everything so we can build it back up. Hash map, string, value. Hash map, string, value. There we go. And that will immediately die a whole bunch of places. On cheer, yep, that's correct. That is all correct. But a bunch of the stuff will be wrong. Okay, on Postgres change becomes on broadcast. This will be cheers. Cheer callback. This becomes on broadcast. This is follows. Follow callback. So much cleaner. Who needs a database table? On broadcast. Subscriptions. Subscription callback. Beautiful. Go away, excessive code. First, to be honest, the first message one is a bit of an interesting one. But I think, no, we won't do it that way. It was a cool query because it compared the previous message and the latest message. Guys, wow. Chill. Broadcast. First message. I think we're just going to singular there. No, first messages. We'll go plural for everything. In which case... Yep. How you doing, Fern? Do we want to go plural? No, we'll go first messages and first message callback. Cool. So much simpler. Now we just need to fix everything. Fix every damn thing. So, first of all, adds callback works, message callback works, cheer callback needs to be too drained to write code. That's no good. What's been going on? Read cheers. That's what we want. Now, we don't have a record anymore. We have... so, yeah, we don't need that. And this is now broadcast 0 get. Weather and health. Oh, I feel you, man. We've been sick in this household too. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better soon. Payload and hash map. It wasn't the dreaded COVID, was it? Hash map, string value. Dylan, what are you doing? Thank you. That's very nice of you. But honestly, I don't know if your chat is really going to want to watch me write Rust. Dylan. Oh, I almost misspelled your name. I-O-N-M-U-S-E. There we go. People should subscribe, Dylan. That's extremely nice of you to write in here. I'm just concerned that having been somewhere colorful and full of life, watching me write this shit is going to be concerning. I hope your stream went well. I dropped in before, but I was lurking. You write code. Of course you write code sometimes. I never meant to imply otherwise. I can't even entertain you with the dogs because they're all sitting on the bed and out of camera view. What I'm doing at the moment is just convincing my overlay that it wants to use broadcast messages instead of databases. Yeah, I do my rounds, you know. I stop by all the streams. I can only give viewership credit to 2 of them according to Twitch. I saw you guys playing, I didn't know what it was, but it looked like a platform combat type thing with 4 people in it. That's all I knew. This is not going to be display name, but there will be... despawns the previous chair. You barely know how to code. Your coding is definitely not as sophisticated. Well, I don't know that I would describe this as sophisticated. This is kind of brute force. Smash Bros, of course. I should have known. It's one of those games where I inevitably end up falling off the side and dying very rapidly. So now we need to know what's in the cheer event so that we can name the thing correctly. Oh, interesting. We panicked. That's cool. Have to restart the overlay. Assuming it will. Might have been the first message. Tank teams. Is this one of the games that you wrote? Because you've written some of them, right? Yeah, some of your stream games? Yeah, the environment variable refers into one password, Fern, so that I don't have to flash it on stream. One of these days I'll get it to trust it, but for now I still have to enter the password each time I use a different terminal. Oh, you have, but this is a game on Steam made by another streamer named Findustries. Oh, cool. Nice. Community game night this Sunday. Gotcha. That's my Monday, so might not necessarily work, but you never know. What window manager is this? This is the Wayland equivalent of i3, so Sway. Sway window manager. Now, we need to find out what that is called. So cheer, if we go back to somewhere that has the cheers, read cheers, this is all in the overlay. That's fine. Wanted to extend the invite. You're going to hit the hey. Have a wonderful rest. I really appreciate the raid. That was really nice of you. Take it easy. Channel chat message payload. So where? Channel ad break began. Let's look at the payload for channel cheer, I think it's called. No? It's not going to like that. Cheer. Channel cheer v1, that's what it is. Payload? Yeah, there we go. What's in that? Broadcaster user ID, user login, and username. That's what we want. Null or empty if is anonymous is true. Oh, right. So you could have an anonymous cheer. Hello, puppy. Yes, you're very cute. Hi. How you doing? No. Good girl. Okay. So many puppy distractions. Right, so we need to get back to here. Ads, messages, cheers. Here we go. So it's not display name, it's going to be username. And broadcast, we will change that. So basically we're converting everything away from using all of these database tables that we were using to using the broadcast feature of Superbase, which should work nicely. For example, there's Dylan's message. So yeah, just spamming everything into the stream events channel and reading from there, which is nice because it means a whole bunch of other things can consume it as well. So for example, the overlay can listen to it, the robot can listen to it, the moderator bot, but also my editor can listen to it. So I'm hoping to build like a real-time plugin for NeoVim, which can listen to some of this stuff. I know other Vim streamers do things like letting people change their color scheme for a redeem. I quite like to play with that. Sounds like fun. Random pink color schemes flashing across. I don't know if I think I'd have to put it on a timer. I'm not sure if I could cope with that for very long. Okay. Now. Oh. Read cheers. Yes. So broadcaster get username. Otherwise missing username. Because we've changed all of these now. And then display name. Display name. Oh, yeah. We're calling it display name. But that's fine. And then we've got Fubar contributed actual human money. And that's basically it. That should work out of the box now that we've changed that. So we can kill that and we can go to the next one. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. And don't need that. Sweet. Okay. Now, on first message. Right. Whoa. What is going on back there? Chill out, puppies. This is what happens when you renovate a house and the puppies are restricted to one room. Things get a bit chaotic. Sounds like feeding time at the zoo. Now, on first message. Okay, so we need to change first messages. Read first messages. There we go.
Ted, no!
It's all fun and games until someone picks up the wrong thing.
A very expensive designer shoe.
There you go. Broadcast. If let's payload. Oh no, we don't need that at all. Display name is going to be broadcast 0 get, and it's more than likely going to be username. But we'll check that. And blah, blah, blah. That goes away. And that is no longer what it wants. Oh, I see. Postgres changes payload is definitely not what we want. We want a hash map, which is the standard hash map. And we want string and value, which is... Hey, guys. Cut it out. Seriously. Sounds just a little bit out of control back there. I mean, really. Chill. Well, I understand that, but it's quite disconcerting. Okay, so that should work in theory, assuming that there is a username field on that, which I think... Actually, I think it might be chatter username. Let's check on that one. It should be the same as messages. Events message. Yeah, it's chatter username. Chatter username. Hey. Cut it out. Okay. So that should fix that one, I hope. So let's move on to the next one. And we have read subscriptions. That needs to take broadcast, hash map, string, value, which is the third JSON value. Terrible name, really, but never mind. Get rid of that. That becomes... who knows what's on the subscription payload. Let's look in events. It's not called events, it's called incoming. Oh no. Woodstone. I don't even have any noises to make.
No.
But if you don't already, you all should follow Woodstone. Shout out. That's not a shout out, that's a shot out. Shout out Woodstone Studio. Ta-da. Well worth a follow. Thank you for rating. I feel so honored. And also, arrgh.
What is going on?
There's lots of dog noises in the background too. I have to apologize for that. They're kind of feisty. So we are trying to get. Yeah, it doesn't do anything yet, fuzzy algorithm, but it will. It will. We're trying to get. We've been using a system of database tables to communicate between our robot and the overlay. Yeah, there's happy pups, but they're also fighting because, you know, dogs. And so you can, I'm sure you can hear that. The object of contention is
At the moment.
a small orange ball. And yeah, basically they're louder than I am. And because I have a good mic now, you probably can hear it all. Yeah, so we're trying to convert from a system of database tables which wasn't working very well to this kind of thing, where we are using broadcast messages between all of the different parts of the system so that we can react to any of them that we want. Yeah, that ball is super important. There is nothing else. There is only ball. Nothing else exists. So I need to know what's on the subscription event, which means, here we go. Actually, it might not let me. Let's look. Event, channel, subscribe, V1 payload. No, I can't do it from here. I have to go into somewhere else. Here we go. Nope, that's the same one. If I'm using OBS, oh, tuning, yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. Is it really quiet? Or are there other problems that I need to know about? Or is it just the excessive dog noise? This isn't usual. This isn't normal. They're just full of beans, unfortunately. It's very difficult to adequately wear them out when they're just in one room. But the kitchen went in today and it's starting to look like a house again, so. What do you mean I stream? Yes. Hi, Mags. How you doing? To be fair, I haven't been doing much of it between the house renovations and, you know, coughing up half a lung. Yeah, no, I do. This is Rust and Bevy and game dev and shit, you know. But at the moment, we're doing overlay dev and trying to get some messages communicating. And yeah, the redeem doesn't do anything yet. But it's nice to see that people naturally gravitate to using a one rock redeem. Okay, so, by the way, are chat messages still echoing? Maybe they're not. Oh, man, you don't have to do that. Thank you. That's really nice of you. And actually, you should have gotten a little notification, but the bot crashed. Probably because it's not used to having people in the channel. That was really nice of you. Thank you. Wait, Boom's here too? Hey, Boom. So yeah, it should have popped up a little should have popped up a little notice. Boom streams too. I assume everybody knows that, but hang on, how do I type? Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, there we go. If I was L colon Q, I would have pronounced every single zero in your name. Every single O. But I'm not, so I didn't. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to get the subscription. Yeah, so we need real time. And we need the event, which is, where is it? Damn it. Let's try channel, subscribe. Yeah, there it is, payload. Go to definition. Thank you. I need a better way of doing that. Broadcaster username, blah, blah, blah. Username. That's all it is. So under the overlay, events, subscription. Yeah. So what value are we using? Display name. It is definitely not that. So read subscriptions is going to be broadcast .0.get, and it's going to be username. I'm glad you think that hearing the happy dogs in the background brings joy. Sometimes it brings intense frustration, but for the most part, joy. If I could get them to go into their crate, you could see them, but the camera's pointing at essentially nothing at all. Let's see if that redeem's working. Hang on. Puppy cam. Is that redeem working? Oh, it is, but it's an empty crate. Usually that camera would be pointing at a comfy little bed next to my desk, but as I said, we're downstairs in camp-like conditions. Did the outbreak sign come on? Oh yeah, it did. Nice. Okay. Guys, play nice. Woodstone's listening to you. Username, missing username. Okay, display name empty, blah, blah, blah. And then the subscription notice, paid actual human money. And then a timer to remove the notice. Perfect. Okay, where are we at? Will this actually compile at some point? Will it compile? Looks like it'll compile. Let's close some windows, close some buffers so we can see what we're doing. Ads should be cruising through any second. Do. Yeah. You've trained dogs for a good portion of your life. I didn't know that.
Can you come and train ours?
My partner would like you to come and train ours, please. The dog sound brings a Pavlovian response. Yeah, I can understand that. We have one relatively placid dog whose mood is not terribly well matched with an extremely, extremely active puppy. And he doesn't tell her off as much as he should. He really needs to like smack her down occasionally, and he just doesn't do it. He's too patient. So they end up just scrapping a lot, which is not ideal, but we're gradually making progress, I think. It's just the current environment is a little bit constraining renovations. Who'd do it, man? Hey, quit it. Okay. Welcome to my stream where I spend the entire time telling my dogs off. We're not using that, really? Not using that, that's for sure. We are not using that. We are not using that. Or that. Or, as it turns out, that. All right. So I think we have made some progress. Can we compile? Will it build? Isn't that a series? Will it blend? Get rid of that. Close that buffer. Ah, here we go. There's one more we haven't done. On follow callback. So what happens when we follow somebody? Oh yeah, it's a bunch of unused here too. Man, we need to clean house. Clean up indeed. How did the rest of your stream go anyway, Woodstone? I kind of was really only there to make rude noises at you. So I missed some of it. On follow, right. So we need the follow callback. Where is the follow callback? Should be read follows. Ah, here we go. Right, so this becomes broadcast. This becomes hash map, which is a standard hash map, string, and a value, which is a JSON value. I got so many lines of code done. You feel like chat was trying to earn your trust. Feels good to be able to refactor your code and it still works. Absolutely. Next minute, you'll have integration tests and you'll wonder what the hell is going on. Turn you into a test-driven developer. Broadcast. Oh, actually, we don't need that bit at all. So we can get rid of that. Seriously, the growling is out of control. I'm assuming this is going to be username. Is this a... Yeah, it's probably going to be username. How many lines of code are we talking? Like 6? 7? This is definitely record-setting territory. Username. And it's not going to be record get. It's going to be broadcast 0 get. You scared of the new words that you don't understand? Test ribbon. No. Wow, maybe my audio is bad. Test driven. Test driven development. Not what I'm doing right now, in other words. This is more like brute force driven development. Get username. So we need to prove that there is a username on that packet, which there may not be. So we'll find that out by looking in incoming. No, not incoming. Store. Blah, blah, blah. Many database tables that I no longer use. Blah, blah. Actually managed to lessen your code by 60 lines. runs much smoother. So they do say that the best commits that anyone ever makes are the ones that removed lines of code, which is why the old system of judging people based on how many lines of code they commit per month is actually completely fallacious. So, yeah, they reckon the junior developers add 10,000 lines a month and the senior developers take away 5 or 6,000. So channel, follow, payload, v2 I think we're using. And that has a username on it. Perfect. Okay, good. So in theory, apart from having too many arguments on that function, this should actually compile. Let's prove it. Wait, what just happened? That was not what I expected. There we go. An eloquent overlay. Cargo run, please. Well, it builds, so that's good. Oh, and it apparently echoes chat still, so that's even better. Shift that to the right screen. Move that over here. Resize that so that there isn't a bunch of rubbish in the way. Go away, go off the screen. There we go. I have a very high-tech setup. This is this is a 4K screen, but I'm only using about 2K of it to communicate to the stream, and that's being downscaled to 1K to 1080p in OBS. So surrounding it, I've got these other terminal windows that are just doing all my other stuff, but they don't get shown on stream. It's quite convenient, but kind of finicky layout. It feels good to look at your old code, cringe a little, and then make it better. I think that's very healthy. I think that's extremely healthy. So now we can commit. Let's commit the stuff from the overlay. So consume broadcast channel instead of Postgres. Cool. Push that. See, good habits, committing code, saved, gone, up on GitHub. It's not actually, it's not a conscious thing anymore. I just do it, so I can't claim credit for it. Okay. Where are we? Get rid of that. Incoming. Yes, true. But we also need to do a bunch more stuff. Yeah. I definitely think it's a good thing to get into, even just for the learning, right? Like learning about version control system is definitely a step in the right direction. It doesn't have to be complicated. You just use whatever your editor provides. And there'll be a little bit of pain initially, but it's all good. Okay, so we need to drastically increase the number of types of messages that we're responding to. What is happening back there?
Well, they're making less noise than they were before.
That's true.
You didn't tell me they weren't allowed to make any
No, they're allowed to make noise. I wanted to understand exactly what was going on there.
We moved to chimpanzee mode.
Chimpanzee, okay. Yeah. It's a chimpanzee puppy. All right, cool. So we can still send things through to store. Doggos, yeah. I'd show them to you, but the camera's pointed at their crate and they're definitely not on the crate. Yeah, no, we don't want to see anyone humping the puppy. Okay. I'm expecting them to settle down at some point. But it has been a challenging day for them. It's been work people all over the place. Okay, so we've got chat message v1 payload. A lot of this is going to be, these are very, very similar. And so hopefully I'll be able to refactor it at some point. But for now, I just want to get it working. So we're going to go with, what else do we need to respond to? Event, channel, follow, v2, payload. And we'll destructure that so that we get message, message. And I think we'll be able to turn this into a much tidier implementation at some point. But for now, there is no shame in getting it working. So we'll steal those lines. In fact, most of those lines. There's nothing wrong with repetition to make something work. And then you can decide how much of it you want to make into a nice tidy API. So what do we call this event? This event is called follows, I think. So we should keep that file open. Event mod. Keep this file open and then we can see what they're all called in this little block down here. Ads begin, chat, message, cheers, follows, subscriptions, and first messages. First messages is a calculated one, so I have to do that last. But yeah, follows works. And just like that, follows should work once we restart Eloquent Robot. Yeah, we don't need that. And then we'll duplicate this entire thing again. Repetition, DRY, don't repeat yourself, except that I'm gonna. Channel, cheer, have I got cheers yet? No, cheer v1, payload, blah, 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 correct.
No.
Cheers, easy. And then we're going to do it again for subscriptions. Subscribe V1. We're just going to dump the entire event into the channel and let all the people that want to consume it sort out what they want. Subscriptions. Is that what we called it? Yep. Cheers follows, chat message, ads begin, and first messages. So, first messages is going to be a bit tricky. What we're going to do is inside of the thing that responds to chat message, we're going to do calculate if this is the first time our intrepid chatter has visited in 12 hours, and if so, say g'day. So that's where we're going to broadcast first messages. Like so. Yeah. So now we need to stop writing to all of these database tables. So we have all of these database tables that are now completely useless because we have made them redundant by broadcasting messages instead. So now we go into store, and the only thing we're going to keep out of all of these, which is really sad because I learned to use SQLX just to do this, but that's okay. I have that skill under my belt now. And process message. The only thing we're going to respond to is the user. Now we do still need to write the user details. So we're going to respond to this. And we only want to store the bare minimum and that temporarily. We also need to provide an opt-out. So to do provide opt-out mechanism, much like Setlix does, because we don't want to store people's data if they don't want it stored. And we don't need anything for cheer, I don't believe. Maybe. Maybe not. Now, the custom reward redemptions. At the moment, we're writing to... What are we writing to? Rewards or redemptions. Okay, we've got one reward, which is the puppy cam. And redemptions... right. We're not fulfilling them. I might actually need to keep this table so that I can track when we've fulfilled the redemption, because I've probably got a list of them sitting in the stream interface. So does that mean you're not storing anything and everything is getting pushed straight to chat? Kind of. So... Give me 8 seconds. I love the little face in GIMP. All right, new. I don't normally have this set up, but I did not. Tablet. Yoink. And where's my tools? Where's my tools? Pencil. There we go. Okay. You asked due to the power having a queue system can bring to a setup. Yeah, so the point is that anything getting broadcast can be responded to. So Twitch sends events via, oh man, I need a smaller font, but it's okay, via event sub, right? And the robot, Eloquent Robot in this case, receives them and sends them to what we would normally think of in computers as an event bus. Oh, I can't write. Can I draw a bus? This is a very, very bad bus. But I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it because I need to draw more things. It's not an electric bus. Okay. So the thing about event buses, and in this case we're using the broadcast feature of Superbase. So Superbase broadcast. Wow. I'll get better at this. The thing about this is that other things can subscribe to it. So I've got the overlay. I've got my editor. Yoink. Yoink. In theory, the robot itself could subscribe to events, which it does. So it can write annoying chat messages or play sounds. Well, actually, the overlay would probably play sounds. But also other things like games. I don't know. Question mark. Anything can subscribe to the event. So it can be used multiple times. And anytime it occurs, If we want to, the overlay could queue things. But we can also have the robot put stuff in a database. Post grass. And then anything else in the system can also talk to the database. And then we just have lines going everywhere. Is that clear as mud? I think it's clear as mud. The point is that if you have an event bus, you can consume it from basically wherever you want. And that's what this broadcast thing is doing. So the robot dumps every event that it receives, and everything else can consume those events. We're using a system like that at work called Kafka, which I don't know why it's called Kafka, because there's nothing about waking up and finding that you've turned into a cockroach, but I don't know. It's called Kafka, and it's event-driven. Right, now, channel chat message, channel points, custom reward redemption, we'll leave that one. Channel follow, we do not need to respond to because we're already using the broadcast system. So we'll get rid of that. Channel raid, again, I don't think I'm handling that yet. So, but we certainly don't want to write a database table for it. That makes no sense. Same with subscribe, but we might potentially update the users table to say, hey, that's a subscriber now. So yeah. We'll see about that one. But that means we should be able to get rid of some of this stuff. So write subscription we'll leave for now. Write raid we don't need. All of these database stuff can go by. No. Oh, it's nice taking code out. I never liked this system. Don't need that. Find or create user we do need. Write message we do not need, but we might need to respond to it. Because under write message, we want to just update the users table with the last message maybe. So to do update users table with last message timestamp, so that we can say, hey, that person hasn't been there in 12 hours. I really like that feature in Set Alexa's stream. Totally going to rip it off because it's really welcoming. Like when you come in and you haven't been there for a while, it like gives you a little red highlight and says, hey, I'm back. It's awesome. It's really inclusive. I like it. Inspired by you. We're all just copying each other. I don't think I'll implement a fart sound though. You can keep that one. Write message. Yeah, let's re-enable this. Do 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 do. Yeah, and this was a really epic query that we're probably going to get rid of. I was quite proud of having figured it out, but yeah. Booyah Grandma has his credits at the end of his stream to acknowledge people who were there. Yeah, same with actually several of them. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know if I want to collect that much information, but maybe I do. I suppose you could just keep a running tally. I want to just have it relatively lightweight. So I shouldn't need that, but we need to record the most recent message time. So instead of doing this, just get rid of that, and we'll go to do record message timestamp and users. Okay. So yeah, a few unused things, that's fine. Right follow needs to go away. And oh, a bunch of stuff we don't need anymore. How nice. What's unused? This one? Fair enough. Lightweight sounds smart. Yeah, please make a bunch of questionable decisions and let me know. How's it going to go? I think that's that's good for me. That's good for me. I like that. Oh, we're going to get ads. Just check that the little sign shows up. Because the nice thing about this placeholder stuff is that I can do more useful things with it later. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. Okay, that's all done. Happy to make systems to break them. Helps you learn. Absolutely. And I think the important part about this stuff is that it's making me better at Rust and it's making me better at Bevy, both of which I'm going to need. So, pretty happy about that. I like that now that chat's echoing reliably to screen, I can actually see what's going on just by looking at OBS without having to look at the chat window. It's quite convenient. Now, I shouldn't need this anymore, but we need raids. Definitely needs to work because at the moment it crashes, I think. Which is not what you want. And raids and what? I think there was more, but I can't remember. Okay, what's the time? Oh, it's 9:30. I do, in theory, have to work in the morning. In theory, that's what has to happen. In which case, I should find a raid target while the ads play. Probably ought to be Beegs. Given the givens, given the overalls, given the over-unders. That's why you read. Yeah, you were supposed to be going to bed, right? Yeah, we might make it Beegs. Man, is this stream just getting more fuchsia? More pink? What is going on? Raid Beegs with more... Oh, that's not a power move. Besides, these viewers are all completely stolen from other people. The stolen generation of viewers. Shout out. That's actually a really bad taste. I shouldn't say that. B3EGZ. Yep. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I am going to raid out into Beegs, who is well worth listening to occasionally / making fun of. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for visiting and watching me fumble around with Rust.